seen the cars at Races and Fun race across many different terrains, but maybe not yet a parking garage. Hello everybody, I'm Brendan, bringing you coverage of Races and Fun, and today in the 1v1 Matchbox versus Hot Wheels 500, it will be racing across a parking garage amongst the usual twists and turns of the Races and Fun track. They start out in two lanes, they converge to one wide lane. Huracan and the Gallardo are the two Lamborghinis out on the track currently. Huracan quite a bit out in front down the first couple of turns of the parking garage, and here to the final stretch of course, 180-degree turn, and it is the Huracan crossing that finish line, which is about parallel or perpendicular to where the parking garage is located. And the Gallardo just did not have the speed. They look similar, but certainly their makeups are different. 914 and 911 when it comes to Porsche. 914 on the near side, 911 on the far, a little bit closer out of the gate. They converge to one lane, and the 914 takes over and really screams down the first turn of the parking garage, leaving the 911 way behind. The spoiler on the back of that bright yellow car not doing him any service here as he heads down the final stretch. The hairpin, here we go, but it is the 914 by a long shot coming through. The race is a little bit closer than the first one, but the 914 really was able to grab a nice advantage into that parking garage. McLaren 720, Mercedes SLR, McLaren Mercedes, blue and gray. And it is the McLaren with the edge out of the first turn, but the Mercedes coming back and taking the lead into the parking garage. McLaren is still on his tail, even nudging him from behind, and he gets around about halfway down. Here comes the McLaren at the end here, still ahead by a little bit. Mercedes trying to dive to the inside. McLaren is out of sorts, but he's able to block him away. And that is the definition of chaotic racing out there on the track. McLaren just was barely able to hold on there at the end. 20 Corvette and the 12 Corvette, again blue and white. And they're both Corvettes. They should have similar speed, but unfortunately for the 12 Corvette, he nudges and now is backwards into the parking garage. Into the second turn, and he's still going strong, and he's backwards and has a chance to take over the lead. The 20 Corvette still got it. He rolls towards the finish, and the 12 Corvette can't catch up. But I have to be honest, until he nudged off the end here at the replay, you see he nudged off the right side there. He might have had the speed to take over the race even backwards. Good set of racing. 13 Viper and the Viper GTSR. 13 Viper, the red one. And we'll just go blue Viper, red Viper for this one. Spoiler on the back of the blue Viper as he rolls down the first couple of turns of the parking garage, but he goes a little sideways there, and now he's backwards into the end of the course. Here comes the hairpin. He rolls around, not going well, but fast enough to outdo the red Viper. And that's all he needs to do. So 1v1 race, you got one track mind. Beat the car next to you, and even with all that chaos, the blue Viper pulls through in likeness. What about the 19 Mustang and the 10 Ford Shelby? Mustang and Shelby. Mustang here on the near side getting to a slow start. Shelby screaming out of the gates and still rolling fast into the parking garage, bobbling through the first couple of turns. These are about 270-degree turns, if you want to say. But the Ford Mustang, he's got no chance here, it looks like, as he comes towards the end and just doesn't have the speed at all. Shelby, an easy win, moving on towards the next round. It's been tough on the Mustangs lately. They've been in a couple of the previous videos and been rolling a bit slow. We have the 09 Cadillac and the Cadillac CTS. Black and blue. Same car in similar enough. Different makes, different models, but same brand. But right now, the blue Cadillac is backwards, and here goes the black one backwards as well. They roll down into the final area. They do the hairpin, and the blue Cadillac is able to hold on. Both cars really lost control about halfway down that parking garage. They weren't able to hold on at all. See the replay there. not that close of a race. Ford Shelby and the Ford Mustang. Saw Mustang struggling earlier on. How about this one? How will he do? Mustang on the near side, off to a slower start than the Shelby, but still keeping pace, and they're near each other through the first couple of turns of the parking garage. Here comes the Mustang from behind, nudged out of the way, the Ford Shelby, and now the Mustang's backwards, but in front of the Shelby. They whip around the 180. The Shelby trying to push past on the left side, but cannot make it. What an unexpected change of events right now. Ford Mustang looked like he was gonna fall behind, but the Shelby nudged off some sort of ledge about halfway down and just completely went lateral. 19 Camaro and the 12 Camaro continuing on in this first round. 19 on the far, 12 on the near, and now they converge. The green Camaro falling behind a little bit, but still keeping pace. 19 goes backwards. Here we go down the final drop here towards the hairpin, and they're not both backwards, actually, just the blue Camaro, but no matter. He's able to stay straight, and even in his 180 motion, he's got the win. Beautiful cars for sure. Bentley Continental and the Bentley Bentiaga. Man, pronouncing that certainly stopped me in my tracks for a second, but neither of these cars seem to be stopped at all, rolling into the parking garage already halfway down. The Bentiaga is the one falling behind. Continental still trying to keep ahead, and the gap is wide. The final turn, a full 180 right there, and the Continental's got it. He'll be heading on to round 2. See the replay here. You can see the Bentiaga tough on that 180. Got some facing upwards towards the top of the turn. And we see between the Hot Wheels and the Matchbox cars, it looks like the Hot Wheels are currently in better standing. Never mind. It is the Matchbox. They switched them around. Had the Hot Wheels second when they previewed at the beginning, and now turned it around with the Matchbox on the right side there. Bentiaga and the Huracan will start things off in round 2. No matter, it's down to 1v1 racing here. Huracan falling behind, and the Bentiaga, who was assumed to be actually eliminated in the previous race, is still out there on the track. Huracan slowing down at the end, is not going to be able to take that one at all. Just way behind. And I mean, just goes to show how slow the Gallardo is, as Huracan beat the Gallardo with no problem. Here's the Continental and the Viper GTSR. Viper on the near side, Continental for sure on the far. And the Viper slow start, but really pulls it back quickly. It's now into the lead. Continental trying to catch up, but the gap widens. Here they go into the last turn of the parking garage. Continental's got some space here. He's got to make it up through the final turn. Ooh, Viper, a tough turn. He's sideways. Continental with a collision on the right side, and he passes. Textbook move right there at the end. When you get a 90-degree car in front of you, sometimes the T-bone can be useful. You saw him go for it right there, but have his momentum to the right side so that as he T-boned the car in front of him, he was going to be able to move to that open space. Good move by the Continental. Mustang and Mclaren here. And the Mustang is falling behind early in the race. Mclaren holding on very well through the parking garage sector. Here he goes to the last turn, and he's doing well. Down to the final turn, around the hairpin, and here he goes towards the end, and that's an easy win. Mustang finishing not only slower, but backwards. And we've seen some backwards victors before, but I tell you for sure that keeping your car face forward is the best way to do it. 16 Camaro and the 10 Ford Shelby. Shelby on the near, Camaro on the far. And the Shelby just blasted right out of the gate. He's already got a good 5 lengths of separation and upward as we head through the parking garage. And honestly, based on the race right now, Shelby's really got to make a mistake if he's going to lose this one. And honestly, that's one of the smoothest hairpins I've ever seen so far today. And that's an easy win for the Shelby. I do have to say, no contest. Slight replay here. Both cars looked like they were racing well. It's just the Shelby is just very fast. Porsche 914 to the 20 Corvette. Saw the 914 take a commanding lead at the parking garage last time. It looks like the Corvette is the faster car so far in this one. Parking garage has been nice to the Corvette. He still maintains that lead. 914 trying to pick it back up. Ooh, here he comes down the line, gaining ground outside of the hairpin, and he's right behind him. Corvette needs to make a move now, but he will not make the move in time. Corvette, by a car length, is able to stay ahead, and the only reason the 914 got so close, as you can see in the replay, is that the Corvette went a little sideways there down the final drop and lost a little speed. And now, by numbers, we have 2 Hot Wheels and 3 Matchbox left in the groupings. They switched it up on me again. That's actually 2 Matchbox and 3 Hot Wheels. It was reversed in the last showing of the scores. McLaren and Cadillac as they roll down here. McLaren, one of the better racers so far in the heats, but he's falling behind, but the Cadillac goes a little backwards for a second, and he turns around again. That's a full, like, 720 almost on the turns. McLaren trying to come and take over the lead, but he can't. He just keeps getting blocked. Did not have any open space. And man, that was confusing to watch through the parking garage sector, not only with all the tunnels and turns, but the Cadillac could not stop spinning. The 20 Corvette and the 10 Ford Shelby. We know the Shelby always fast out of the gate, but the Corvette, well, no stranger to speed as well. He's keeping pace with the Shelby through the first sector, but now it starts to separate through the parking garage. Shelby then goes backwards, one of the first mistakes he's made, but so does the Corvette. Nudge off the ledge and lose some speed. He's backwards as well. Here we go to the final turn. Corvette's got to make moves, but he's got no speed. Shelby's running out of speed as well. Is anyone going to cross the line? The Shelby will. Very slowly, but it doesn't matter the speed at which you cross the line. It matters, do you cross first? And that question is easily answered here in the replay. Shelby a good few lengths out in front. And there you have it. Free pass. One of the cars gets a bye. And now we got 2 Hot Wheels and 1 Matchbox to go here as we head to the semifinals. Bentley Continental, Cadillac CTS. Continental, Cadillac. Here we go. We got a gray, we got a blue. And they're keeping pace with each other through the first turns. And now the Continental is backwards, but still into the lead. Cadillac trying to keep from curving too much. And he's losing speed. Continental with a lot of speed down the ledge there. And the Cadillac has no chance to catch up at the end there. And he will fall way short. Backwards racing sometimes looks like it's full of glory, but I think it's just the Cadillac made a lot of mistakes out there during this particular race. Free pass for the Shelby, that's expected, especially since the Shelby has easily been the best racer out there today. It's going to be tough for the Continental to keep pace. Here we go to the finals. First to win 2 races as per usual. And it is the Ford Shelby, Bentley Continental. Let's see him out there on the track. Shelby actually falling behind at first, but retaking back the lead a full car length as they head to the parking garage. Continental with a chance to catch up, but has to stay perfect down the parking garage sector. Shelby still in front by a length. Here we go to the final drop. The separation is there for the Shelby. Continental coming down the right side. Shelby with the chance, but no, he holds him off. And the Shelby will take the first race, and we got to see this replay because look at how close it was. Continental trying to get by, but needed to stay more towards the right side and really turn on the jets at the end. They changed lanes, and the Shelby already out to another lead. Continental will try to take over as quick as possible, but can't. He falls behind through the first couple of turns. He still is close. He is turning around, and he's going to race the end of this backwards. Shelby with a large lead. Continental trying to catch up. Shelby goes sideways for a second. Continental on the right side, but not enough track length left. Runs out of room, and by a half car length, the Ford Shelby will sweep the Continental here in the best 2 out of 3 finals and take this one for his team. What a great win by the Shelby. You kind of saw it coming from the beginning, a very fast car, and that's all we have for you today. We'll see you in the next Races and Fun video.